Hihana Washite. That's good morning. Hi, it's me. I just downloaded yesterday OpenMandriva LX40 Nitrogen. I'm not using the stock background. I grabbed another one that actually said the nitrogen on there. I've done some setup and running. Right now I'm configuring my panel, which is pretty stock for, KDE. As you notice, I'm kind of moving things around to where I prefer them. You notice I moved I don't know if you call it the start button, I used to call it the kicker, to the right side. Well, I do this because I consider myself to be right eye dominant. Now, it may not seem like much. I'm going to turn on auto hide. It may not seem like much, but I like it over there because I'm ambidextrous, but I'm right eye dominant. So I like the start button over here. I've been running it that way for years. And one of the reasons that I love Linux is because I can do that. Screw Windows with all that stuff, right? So anyway, this is LX40. And I've gone through, and as you can see at the bottom of the screen, I have OBS running. Now I went through and I'm setting this up as a production system. And to start off, I want to say that this is an old laptop. So let's look at the About system and let's see what we got. That tells you what I'm running there. Look at that hardware, right? That's an A6 3420M APU. It's got 4 gig of memory, but we're losing some to the video. This laptop is old. Gosh, I wouldn't say it's over 10 years old. Maybe 10 years old, something like that. So if you see some speed stuff, it's not necessarily Mandriva. It's going to be the laptop. But I must say, I didn't think it would run this well. It runs really, really well. And what I've done so far is I've gone through and started configuring it the way I need it. So Falcon is the default web browser, my understanding. I install Firefox and Chromium. I use Firefox predominantly for everything. Chromium is a backup. I don't know much about Falcon. I just heard about it. So I don't know anything about it, so I'm not going to comment on it. What a production system is for me is a few things. Number one, research. I do research on counseling and psychology. I have a bachelor's in psychology and a master's in clinical counseling, so I do a lot of research. And a part of that is I use this tool, a software called Mendeley Desktop. And it is, you can send me an email, you can do it right there. It's a way to I can download my articles and put them in one repository to edit and make notes on. So this is the software. I've been using it for years. I use it through my bachelor's degree and my master's degree. And I'll take a moment and I'll describe this a little bit. I'm not just new to Linux. I've been using Linux since 98, 99, somewhere thereabouts. I started with Red Hat, and then I saw a box of Mandrake. I think 7.0, 7.1, somewhere thereabouts, and I've been using it ever since. And I use it for everything. I've used it in businesses. I use it in my education. My kids run it. My wife runs it. Everybody in my house runs Linux. I was a Mandrake for a long time. Went to OpenMandriva or Mandriva, and OpenMandriva, and then I had to stop using it simply because updates were destroying my systems. I didn't have time to fix it. So after looking through Fedora, a bunch of others, and I used OpenSUSE for a while, and then I just kept coming back to Linux Mint because I really like the Cinnamon Desktop, and they reminded me of Mandrake. So I've been using Linux Mint, but I've been very curious and hopeful to finally get back into Mandriva. The last few versions haven't worked for me. This one seems very hopeful. But anyway, and also if people tell you you can't use Linux, you have to have Windows for something, it's bullshit. I've been using it in my academic career forever. I don't use Windows. I don't use Microsoft products. I use LibreOffice. We'll get into that. So anyway, like one of the important things I have to be able to do is I have to be able to, highlight text in a document, and this runs on Linux, and it runs very well. You get it at Mendeley.com. But you can see my library is full of just tons of articles, and I think there's like there's 541 documents, or these are research articles. So that went in without a hitch. Firefox went in just fine. I had a weird issue with the new installer, which I'll get to in just a second. So you can see Firefox works fine. There's OpenMandriva. You know, I haven't tried to play a YouTube video yet. Let's try that and see what happens. This is a real world test. This isn't on a virtual machine. Like I said, this is my laptop. Let's look at this one. Adam Savage built a real Iron Man suit. It's kind of cool. Do I have sound? How is YouTube today? You're a nuisance.
You know when you have that feeling when you see something from the past.
Twilight Zone. It's actually not bad, but I gotta wait for an ad.
How'd you know all these things?
This dimension is one of an infinite number of realities.
Come on, I've seen that episode. Let's go. Let's move on
I
to
swear,
something.
if Tony Stark was not fictional and he was making an Iron Man suit right now, this is precisely how he would do it, and this is...
So I got sound with my YouTube. YouTube plays fine. The other thing too was to do this, to use OBS, I had to install Flatpak. I'll go back there. Now let's open up the DNF Dragora dialog. Now, I gotta say, I don't know if it was an update that fixed it or what. When the first time I did the install, and I always do a couple installs to get familiar with installers and stuff like that, I was not able to use this at all. So I don't know if an update has fixed it or whatever, but I'm happy about that. And damn it, I was just gonna install something and Flatpak. So I wanted to install OBS, so I installed the Flatpak system, and it was just real simple. You know, I went in here. I got the non-install. Let's do install. I went in here and just installed the Flatpak support, and then went to the website and got OBS. I'm very concerned that... Let's try the Falcon web browser. I'm very concerned about packages. I got to have certain packages, and after I do this, I'll show you, because one of the packages I use all the time is Signal. You can see I got OBS there. It's encrypted end to end. Have to have it. I use it for a lot of stuff, and I like Flatpaks, and I like the app images. Some people are a little ticky about it, but I'm not. I'm cool with it. Rocks for me. I wish it was more like Mint, where I could just click on it and install and it would work. It's just that simple. You know? But we'll get there. No, I mean, Mint's one of the few ones that I actually get that to work on. I also run Debian on another laptop. But so far, the Linux OpenMandriva 4.0 is kicking ass. See how long that takes. This is a slow laptop, has slow network connection. Okay, because it's old. Like I said, it's about 10, 11 years old. Look how well this is running. I would have never thought that this would work this well. But I'm pleasantly surprised and very, very happy. Other software packages that I have to have, right? KDN Live. I have to have KDN Live. I use that to edit. I also use Shotcut Video Editor. I use two different ones because I like to stay up to date on things that change. And, you know, Shotcut, KDN Live. You can't go wrong, right? So there's Shotcut. It works well. We done here? Yep. So that's just that easy, and it worked. And let's go to Internet. And where did it put it? There it is. So I'm not going to activate it because I don't want you to see all my goodlies. Did it work? There it is. Happy with that. Okay, you can kind of see what I downloaded there: Blender, Mendeley, Shotcut. But let's open up the app image. And I have mine set to single click. I prefer single click. Let's just see if it works. I'm being impatient here because it's slower than my usual machine. I'm probably gonna get 2 or 3s to open up. Yeah, told you. But it opens up. I'm not gonna go in there and edit a video. That just take too much damn time. But so, I mean, look at the performance of that. I know it's just opening it with OBS running in the background. Another thing that I have to have is Blender. Now, I would never do this stuff on this laptop because it is so old. You know, this is sort of my testing laptop. I want to do real world stuff. I don't want to use the virtual boxes. So here's Blender. This is the beta 2.8. Pretty snazzy. Do all. Do delete. Add mesh. UV smear. Smear. Yeah. Get a mouse. That's what I'm telling you. So Blender works. Another one is LibreOffice. Now, when I started, everything I do in Linux, so that's my Office suite of choice. So let's go to LibreOffice, right there. Now, I've written research papers, I've written published documents, blah, 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 in LibreOffice. There's no reason to use Microsoft Office. I did use it a couple times because I had to merge some folks' Microsoft Office documents for a research project. But, don't need it. So it works great. And again, I'm kind of blown away by the speed here on this old laptop. I'm really excited. I can actually start using this to do some writing. What else have I got here? I set up my printer. It was easy, but it won't scan. It keeps wanting to use my video camera. I'm not sure what's going on there. Dolphin. Everything is just pretty solid right now. I haven't had too many problems. I haven't tried out, like I said, Falcon too much, but we'll give that a whirl. But overall, it's just his initial impression of the operating system, and it is polished. I think now I get to really take a look at using OpenMandriva again. I get to go home, I guess. I'll keep it on this laptop, and I'm going to continue to use it. I will put it through its paces as much as I can. May throw some more memory in here. But overall, very excited to actually be able to use this thing. Now, the big thing is going to be updates, though. If I do an update and the thing takes a crap and it just dies, then I'm out. I can't do that. Let's check for updates. I know it's new. It just came out yesterday. No updates? No updates. Okay. But anyway, I think so far it kicks ass. I'm going to continue to try it out and use it. And when I mean use it, it's on a real laptop. It's an older one, but it's working. It's kicking ass. I went through and did some setups. So everything's looking good.